Hi, it's Eva Cartman, and you're listening to the Dream Big Podcast Show, the place to go to learn, laugh, and grow. And today, I'm going to tell you what to do when you hear that voice in your head trying to tell you that you're not good enough. But before we do that, let's roll that jingle.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
We've been getting a lot of questions over email and social media. My parents and I always try to answer every question, but we thought if we get a question that all you big dreamers would benefit to hear the answer, we might as well make a short podcast episode about it. So today, we'll be answering Jenny's question from Palm Springs, California. Jenny writes, Eva, thank you so much for starting the Dream Big podcast. Our family listens to it in the car and loves it. Here's my question. I have big dreams, in particular to do well in an upcoming gymnastics competition, but I find myself having thoughts creep into my head that says, you're not good enough. I start to think about how much longer the other girls have been training and how they are way more talented than I am. Sometimes I even get thoughts before I compete about how I'm going to mess up, like fall off the balance beam during my act and embarrass myself. What should I do when negative thoughts like this come into my head? Thank you, Jenny, for that fantastic question and for the kind words. I am so glad you and your family are enjoying the podcast. I love gymnastics too. Although I mostly do cartwheels and handstands in my house, I've never competed in a gymnastics tournament, and that's amazing that you're challenging yourself like that. As to your question, first, let me tell you that those thoughts are completely normal to have, so there's nothing wrong with you. I'm always super honest with our audience, and I want you to know that I get these thoughts too. Whenever I try something new on the podcast, whether it is doing a solo episode or doing an in-person interview, those kinds of thoughts do find a way to creep into my head. If you heard my interview with Cal Fussman a few weeks ago, episode 85, you can actually listen to this happening in real time. Cal asked me to sing, which I was not expecting, and immediately thoughts came into my mind about how I wasn't ready, or I had not practiced. What if I forgot the lyrics? Fortunately, I was able to muster up the courage and sing for him. He really liked it, and it inspired me to start taking singing lessons and work to get even better. So the bottom line is that you should not be worried if you have moments of self-doubt. It will happen, and I know from talking to adults, even the incredibly successful guests I've had on the podcast, that there are moments when those negative thoughts continue to creep into their mind, even though that they are adults and have accomplished so much. The key is, what do you do when those thoughts surface? A lot of people will let the thoughts take over their mind and play that script out in their head for hours upon hours. If you actually convince yourself that those thoughts are your reality, that kind of negative self-talk can obviously destroy your dreams. So it is really important that as soon as you notice those destructive thoughts are coming in, you recognize it. What to do when this happens is something that Melissa Ambrosini, who is our guest in episode 41, taught us, and we'll include links to that episode in the show notes for you to check out. She calls it mastering your mean girl. The mean girl is that voice in your head that tells you that you are not good enough, or you are not smart enough, or not athletic enough. And of course, for our male big dreamers out there, this would be mean boy, that you would have to master. The key, as Melissa explains, is to recognize that it is the mean voice talking and say to yourself, not interested, hasta la vista, and show that unwanted guest to the curb. That's what I did when I was being interviewed by Cal, and the voice in my head was telling me not to sing. You'll embarrass yourself. Then I thought, wait, Cal really wants me to sing. He's a nice guy. Nothing bad can happen here. Let's go for it. When you think about it, Jenny, What good does it do to tell yourself you can't do well in the gymnastics competition? Are those kinds of thoughts going to help you move towards your goal? I think that you know the answer is no. What will help you move towards that goal? Well, one thing is practicing and becoming a better gymnast. My parents always tell me, whenever I have doubts about the podcast or my singing or my math skills, whatever is challenging me, instead of spending the mental energy on telling myself I'm not good enough, refocus that energy on actually becoming better. You're not going to win every competition in life, but you do want to perform to the best of your ability, and wasting time on self-doubting talk does not let you do that. Here's an analogy that my dad and I came up with that may help you understand the concept. Does your family have a phone or a tablet or really any device that if you don't take action on it for a period of time, it will go to lock screen mode? And to get back into resume what you are doing, you have to unlock the screen by entering a passcode? Well, that's kind of like how it is when you are working on your dream. You are either actively working on it, or if you stop focusing on it, then the lock screen on your dream will pop up as your attention goes somewhere else. Now, some people forget their password and get locked out for a while, and others can pop right back in and get back to whatever they are working on. If you are forgetting your passcode, it is probably because you keep on telling yourself that you are not good enough, and that kind of thinking will never unlock your mind, so you can get back to pursuing your dream. The password, in this case, is, "See you later, mean girl or mean boy. I've got some big dreams to accomplish." So thank you, Jenny, for that awesome question. To sum up, when those negative voices creep in, step 1 is recognize them. Step 2, to kick them out. And step 3 is putting your focus back on your dream and making progress toward it. Immerse yourself in what you are trying to accomplish. Every time your dreams get locked down with that negative self-talk, unlock your mind and get back to going after your dreams. And here's a fun rhyme you can use to remember this. You can access the text of the rhyme at our show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/87. Everyone has moments of doubt. That's a completely normal feeling. It's how you handle that negative self-talk that is so revealing. You can destroy your life if you believe that what the mean voice inside your head says it's true, or reclaim your life if you tell that mean voice, "You're not welcome. I've got important work to do." So next time your big dreams get off track and you find yourself stuck in the locked out screen, just remember the password is to refocus on your dreams and kick out the voice that is mean. Big dreamers, I would love to hear what you do when your mind starts thinking that you're not good enough. Head on over to dreambigpodcast.com/87 and let me know your thoughts. There, you'll also find a link to our limited time offer for a free customized Dream Big journal with your face and name, as well as a place to sign up for our newsletter where you'll learn my top tips on making and keeping great friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion, the way life is meant to be. See you next episode. Bye.